Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining. Let's get into the show. Hey Rose. Hey Rose and everybody joining the show. Hey Marion's favorites. Hello, hello, hello. Kim Naughton is in the building. Hey, hey, hey. Thank y'all for joining. Let's get on into our show. Hey Felicia. BW, good morning. Good morning. Hey Pamela Shelton. Good morning. My other top flight is here. Hey Tiff, thanks for stopping by. Faith Williams, good morning. Carolyn Johnson, good morning. April R.N. Virgo, good morning. Audrey Williams, good morning. Deborah Johnson, good morning. I see you guys pouring in. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Yes, happy Thursday, everyone. We're almost headed to Friday. Hallelujah. Okay. We are almost there. Thank God. Y'all come on in. All right. I was still getting my tea loaded up on here so that we can um so we can get on with our show. I'm trying to multitask in here this morning. Good morning, good morning. Who else we got? Boss Lady Loretta is in the house. Come on, Boss Lady, let them know. Melody Kerr, good morning. Joanna Williams, good morning, ma'am. All right, Bernadette Clemens is here. Maculine Davis is here. Miss Jackson Notary Service. You guys holler at Miss Jackson if you guys need something notarized. She got you. All right, let's support black business. Denise Slay, good morning. Queens Damaka, good morning. Lies More Lies is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Carolyn Russell, good morning, dear. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Sharice Hurst. Good morning. Good morning. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump on in. I see you guys still coming in. Dennis Baldwin, good morning. Good morning. Said good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We got some good tea for you guys. Got some good topics. I hope you guys are ready for that. All right. First up, we've been talking about Dolly Parton. We got a little piece of news with that. Then we're going to move along. Okay. We're going to move along, honey. And get on out the way. Hope y'all having a great day. Getting your coffee and tea, getting where you need to be. All right, so the Church of God in Christ, honey. Let me find out that Dolly Parton was Kojic, honey. Let me find out what she they like that with it. I know because I'm Kojic. All right, remembers supervisor Dolly Parton, not supervisor, Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, honey. She had a long name. So, of course, she was born January 19th, as you guys can see. This is her. It looks like the funeral arrangements. I found this, so I said, let me go ahead and put this up, child. If you guys are anywhere in the Memphis, Tennessee area and you want to swing on by there and go to the funeral to pay your respects to Miss Dolly Parton, we love her. Dolly is like our auntie. All right, Dolly, you in the family now. All right, we love you. So, as you guys can see, she passed away August 25th. She was born January 19th, 1946. So the Tennessee Country, what is that? Celestial Judicial Bishop Billy Ray Cyrus. Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus, honey. I didn't know he was no bishop. I like Billy Ray Cyrus. Okay, looks like he's gonna be overseeing the service, child. So y'all get to say Billy Ray Cyrus. Pastor May Greenleaf, host pastor. Oh, y'all, why I'm just reading this though. I actually caught it. I said, so they said Evangelist Dorinda Clark Cole is gonna officiate, you guys. From the Clark sisters. Come on here. Bishop Billy Ray Cyrus will be the eulogist. So in lieu of flowers, it said make contributions to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So, okay. So the memorial music says Friday will be September the 4th at 7 p.m. Mason Temple Church of God in Christ, World Headquarters, 930 Mason Street, Memphis, Tennessee. National Homegoing Celebration. I ain't know she rolled like this. Okay, Dolly Parton. Saturday, September the 5th. So the homegoing celebration will be Saturday, September the 5th at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Fellowship World Ministries, 251 Bishop Greenleaf Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. So yeah, if y'all want to go see Miss Dolly Parton, honey, go on up yonder. Then y'all go on up over there, child, and see what they got going on. All right, I know that Brenda Clark will be singing down in them. So there you go. That's the info for Dolly Parton. Okay. So let's move on because we got some more stuff that we got to talk about. We got a couple political topics. Okay. Prayers up for the people in Nepal. Okay, that's how you say it, Nepal. You guys see that they had this huge mudslide that happened where thousands of people are missing. Okay, I was gonna play the video, but it looks a little too much. All right, but the people over in Nepal, honey, they had this huge mudslide, and so many people underwater under the mud, child. A lot of people have lost their lives, so prayers up for those people over there. We're seeing so many disasters happening now, and baby, it's a praying time. So let's everybody send some prayers up for the people over in Nepal, right? We got stuff going on over in the U.S. as well. Beyonce, she wasn't really on my topics today, but I wanted to talk about it. Beyonce donated a huge amount of money, and let me go ahead and pull it up so I don't forget exactly where. She's getting a lot of backlash. Beyonce is, honey. Because people say, I know you damn lying, Beyonce. Now, Beyonce can do whatever she wants to do with her money. But the people are saying that Beyonce, honey, done sent a whole heap of money. She sent $1 million to support relief efforts in Colombia following the country's recent earthquake. Now, I don't know if Beyonce is woke enough to know that the people over here, child, been dealing with a lot as well. We talked about some people. The people there in we got some people in Memphis, Tennessee that was dealing with some stuff over there, and we also have some people that was in New York dealing with the flooding. We also have people that were in what's Michael Jackson's city, child? Gary, Indiana. Okay, Gary, Indiana was out without power for quite some time. So shout out to Keith Lee for going down there, giving out water, food, etc. to help the people down there in Gary, Indiana. But Beyonce is sending money over $1 million. They said she sent to Colombia, and she's getting drugged online for not helping right here in the U.S. Girl, you skipped over your people to go to the people in Colombia. Now, not to say she can't do what she want to do with her money, but it just makes sense. Start with your people. Charity begins at home, right? And then it spreads abroad. That's in the Bible. So, yeah, Beyonce's getting a lot of backlash for sending all that good money, girl. You know how much they could have done with $1 million down there in Gary, Indiana, helping your people, helping the people in New York that got flooded out, helping the people down in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, that was dealing with the issues that they're having there. Oh, my God. I don't know. I still like your music, Beyonce, but that was a little messed up. You could have sent that $1 million to your people, right? Start with your people first, and then check out the Colombian people over there, all right? But let's move along, honey. So we showed you guys this man here the other day in Canada who is upset. He's Ontario's premier. His name is Doug Ford, and he is pissed off with Donald Trump for raising them damn tariffs. So now the American people will have to suffer because of Trump's dumbass decisions of raising tariffs from a country that we actually have to buy from and that we need, right? So Ontario Premier Doug Ford just canceled Elon Musk's Starlink contract and banned all U.S. companies from government contracts in response to Trump's economic war with Canada. He want to have war with everybody, right? Shout out to Revolutionary on this one. Let's go ahead and play it because they're not playing. Canada is not playing with us. Let's go.
Is off the shelves. Also, starting today, all U.S.-based companies will be banned from taking part in government procurement. Every year, the province and its agencies spend about $30 billion on procurement, alongside our more than $200 billion plan to build infrastructure. U.S.-based businesses will now lose out on tens of billions of dollars in revenues. They only have President Trump to blame. I'm also urging all 444 municipalities to do the same, and I'm thrilled to see some are already stepping up. For example, Mayor Patrick Brown in the city of Brampton and many other cities. As part of this government-wide procurement ban, we're going one step further. We're ripping up Ontario's contract with Starlink. It's done, it's gone. We won't award contracts to people who enable and encourage economic attacks on our province and our country. Alongside federal tariffs and the measures my fellow premiers are bringing forward, this Team Canada's opening response is off the shelves. Also,
all right, so y'all hear that? So now they're saying that Donald Trump wanted an economic war with Canada, and now Canada is fighting back. Now, Ontario's Premier Doug Ford made the message brutally clear, saying that Trump's tariffs are not just some political announcement on television, said that they have consequences for businesses, workers, families, and their entire North American economy. Now, Ontario moved to cancel its $100 million CAD Starlink contract and announced restrictions on U.S. companies bidding for provincial contracts. It says that Ford directly blamed Trump for the economic fallout, arguing that American businesses would lose billions because of the trade war that Trump started. See, this, we can't afford this, child. That's being greedy. That's what that is. Said that Trump sold his tariffs agenda as a way to win for America, but when your closest trading partners start cutting American companies out of contracts and retaliating against your policies, maybe it's time to ask whether this is actually winning or just creating another unnecessary economic fight. So with that happening, if they remove their support for us, we're going to have to find it in other places, which will probably make things go up. I mean, shit is already up. Let's look at gas alone. All right, let's put that at the top of the list. Gas is out of control. Let's not even forget grocery. All right, you can't barely get a lot of stuff now for $100. Go in the grocery store and try to get $100 worth of stuff. You probably gonna have about 5 items in your bucket, depending on what you're getting. Right, everything is going up. Everything is going up. Everything. And Trump is fucking us up over here. Says that this is the consequence of Trump's trade war strategy. Said that you don't get to threaten your neighbors with economic punishment and then act shocked when they fight back. So we catching strays because of y'all president, all right? And everybody that believed that bullshit of him saying make America great again, shout out to you for being a dumbass, right? Because as you guys can see, America has not been great since his ass took office the first time, okay? He showed y'all the first time. Hello, this is his second time running. Again, midterm elections are approaching. We need everyone under the sound of my voice, whether you like me or not, get your asses down there and vote. Vote, vote, vote. Get your vote in. They're trying, I told y'all the other day I read, they're trying to stop mail-in ballots, okay? Anything they can to throw this election off, to throw off this midterm election. We need everybody. Again, get you an Uber. If you can't afford an Uber, pair up with someone who's going to the polls and give them a couple dollars on gas and get down there and vote, all right? Get down there and vote. He's trying to figure out how to stay in office, and it's all because of money. All of this mess is driven by money, and we need everybody under the sound of my voice involved and do your part. Your part is voting, all right? A lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm not going to vote. Well, you don't have a voice. When you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Don't complain about gas being high, groceries being high, everything else being so damn high, and you can't do this, you can't do that, the world is fucked up. It's your fault because you did not get up off your ass and vote. You guys to get up off y'all asses and go down there and stand in them long ass lines to get them fresh Jordans, but when it comes time to vote for something that really matters, we sit down. Right? Rosa Parks sat down so we can stand up. So let's get down there and do what we got to do. All right, moving right along. So let's get into this story here. All right. Mental health is definitely essential. Check on your people. Check on your loved ones. Check on your people. When you start seeing red flags of mother effers out here acting crazy, get far away from them. This woman here lost her life over some damn school supplies. All right, this is beyond crazy. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk on this post. A Maryland woman dies after being pow-powed in the head by her boyfriend while holding their 2-month-old daughter. Said the incident happened during an argument about back-to-school supplies. All right, what is that important about some damn back-to-school supplies? That's pencils, crayons, markers, scissors, you name it. All right, all the damn, because y'all know these kids have a long list of shit they need for school nowadays. When I was in school, shit, we didn't need all that. But now the teachers send home this long list, Lysol wipe. I said, bitch, do you know how expensive Lysol wipes are? And then you want everybody in the class to bring them. I was like, you better go to the Dollar Tree, sis. All right, they got to bring all this Kleenexes and all that. I'm like, okay. But yes, so let's get into this, y'all, because this is a very sad situation.
Zanaya Freeman says she is just trying to hold it together for her 6 younger siblings. Their mother, 38-year-old Shawanda Alston, passed away Tuesday afternoon. Police say the father of 5 of her children, 41-year-old Kimball Alton Hinton Jr., shot her in the head Thursday afternoon inside her home in Bowie. Alston was sitting on a bed holding their youngest child at the time.
My mom at the time was holding my 2-month-old sister.
Zanaya says one of her other sisters was also in the room when it happened.
You know, the 13-year-old is the one that was holding her until the ambulance got there. She's not really okay. That's a lot for anyone to have to go through. And she's 13, so it's, you know, it's definitely a lot.
According to court documents, Hinton told police he and Alston were arguing over school supplies, but Zanaya believes there's more to that story.
My mom, she was really good with providing school clothes, everything they needed. So I don't want that to be like the reason. That's not the reason. He was just looking for a reason.
For now, she wants her mom remembered for who she was, caring.
She would fix like food for homeless people and take us out to hand it out.
And a mother to 7 children.
She didn't deserve this. No one deserves it. She was our mom.
Zanaya Freeman says she is just trying to hold it together for her 6 younger siblings. Their mother, 38-year-old Shawanda Alston, passed away Tuesday afternoon. Police say the father of 5 of her children, 41-year-old Kimball.
That is beyond sad. So Shawanda Alston, 38 years old, died Tuesday after police say that her boyfriend, who was 41 years old, Kimball Alston Hinton Jr., pow-powed her in the head inside of their Bowie home. It says that according to the reports, Alston was holding their 2-month-old daughter while the couple argued about back-to-school supplies for their children. Another child reportedly tried to intervene before Hinton allegedly pulled a pow-pow from his pocket and pow-powed Alston. This is so sad. One of the Alston daughters, who was 13, was reportedly there and held her mother until the ambulance arrived. Her oldest daughter, Zanya Freeman, says that 13-year-old is struggling after witnessing what happened. I imagine she's going to definitely need therapy probably for the rest of her life for that. She will probably see that as a replay in her mind, watching her mother take her final breath. They said that she's not okay, and that is a lot for anyone to go through, and she's only 13, so you know it's definitely going to be a lot for her. She definitely has to child prayers up. That's all I can say. Hinton reportedly called the police after the pow-powing and says that I pow-powed her. The pow-pow is in the mailbox, so the father called the police on himself to tell him, yes, I pow-powed her and I put the pow-pow in the mailbox. So he was arrested on multiple charges, included attempted first-degree unaliving, but those charges could be upgraded following Alston's death days later. Now it said that Freeman says that she wants her mother to be remembered for how much she cared for others. Of course, you guys just heard her say that the mom would fix food for homeless people, and then she would have her kids go and pass it out, which I think that's very good, because you're teaching your children to be grateful and to see how other people are in unfortunate situations and that it could be you. So that's always a great thing. I enjoy passing out food and stuff too, because I do it when I get a chance to do it. Pass out food for like the food bank and stuff, and give it to people that are less fortunate. And I love to do that. It's a great feeling to see people pulling up in their cars and getting boxes of food when they don't have food at home. So it's great. It's a great feeling to know that you've done a great deed for that day. But in this situation here, nobody wins in this situation. The children would definitely need some intensive therapy. Not sure what the father was going through mentally that day when he chose to pow-pow somebody over some fucking school supplies, but those children's lives will forever be changed because of that incident. Let's keep going. Stephen Smith. Let's get into him, child. Lord, Lord, Lord. A lot of people calling him Cocoon Child. He's mad. He's calling out Don Lemon. Y'all know Don Lemon is a responder, so I'm expecting him to be responding here real soon. So Stephen A. Smith, according to the Hollywood Unlocked, is trying to figure out why folks don't want to come on his show. Because of you, maybe? So let's get into it, child, because he says that he hasn't heard a word back from multiple Democrats that he invited on his show. Child, let's go.
I've invited Don Lemon on this show. Don Lemon wants to talk privately first. But he said a whole bunch of things publicly. President Erin Haynes from NABJ. I've invited her on the show. She wants to talk privately. After she spoke publicly. I've invited Jasmine Crockett on the show. Crickets, I ain't heard a word. I've invited Kamala Harris on the show. Crickets, I ain't hear a word. Publicly. Privately, Kamala Harris and I already met face to face. Over a year ago. 2 hours. Why he brings that up? Michelle Obama has been invited on this show. Haven't heard a word. Kerry Champion and Jamel Hill have been invited on this show. I ain't got no problems.
All of the people that you call will never ever patronize your show, okay? Because it's your attitude, it's the way that you're doing it. It's like you're doing this calling out. You're trying to call people out. They don't have to come on your fucking show. Like, who are you? You are a loudmouth. If you would only stick with sports and do your fucking job, you always go off the beaten path and call yourself calling people out. You are Race Batum Tatum Part 2. You are. You constantly talk about, and you MAGA too. You MAGA. I'm starting to see that MAGA spirit upon you. And you need to get somewhere and sit the fuck down before you get canceled. Like, for real, for real. You already got the thumbs down. We talked about that the other day. He felt a whole way about that. And now you're calling out people like Michelle Obama, Jasmine Crockett. They are out here doing good deeds, unlike yourself, right? So they don't have time to sit on your platform and be overtalked and be disrespected and treated like shit when really you don't care about these people. I feel like it's clout driven. I feel like you looking for attention in all of this. They don't have to come on your platform. And if they gave you the energy of coming or be speaking with you privately, maybe that's all the time that they had for your ass. Maybe they don't want to come on your platform. Be happy that they even spoke to you privately, right? Kamala Harris don't have time for your ass. That's why she's not coming on your platform. And I don't feel that Don Lemon is going to come off of his platform to grace his presence on your platform because of all the shit that you talked about him as well. It's your attitude. It's your demeanor. You have a very nasty disposition, and you're a loudmouth who talks more than you listen. So, bitch, nobody's coming on your platform, okay? No one, nobody buddy is coming on your fucking platform because of you, Steven. I mean, damn, LeBron probably ain't either, because LeBron probably ain't forgave you for the shit you had to say about him and then went to the game trying to raise your hand up and shake his hand, and he told you get the fuck out of here and go sit your stupid ass down somewhere. And you sashayed right on back over there and sat the fuck down. He's like, I ain't forgot that shit you was talking over there. Don't you raise your hand up to shake my hand. Do not don't do this shit. So, yeah, they're not coming to your show. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have time to have hate in my heart. I mean, maybe for one person who y'all all know, and I'll leave that alone. But outside of that, I really don't have time for hatred in my heart. I certainly don't hate any of these women. I've got nothing but love for them.
Weird.
I've invited Don Lemon on this show.
Steven, please go take a nap and get up and try to be a better person after your nap. No one's coming on your fucking show, all right? Sorry, you've made too many enemies. And when you do that and you speak out of turn and you call people out publicly on your platform and speak the way that you do on them, they're not going to come and sit on your platform and trade insults with you, because that's why you want them on there. So you can overtalk. They probably ain't going to get a word in edgewise, right? Because you talk too fucking much. I wouldn't come on your shit either. Let's move on, child. He is in his feelings, Lord. All right, so let's go ahead. We got a rest in peace. I should have put it at the beginning, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get into this rest in peace, child. All right, y'all remember him from the Players Club. This is Junior, child. He has taken his final breath. He was 52 years old. Samuel Monroe Jr., known for his role on Menace to Society. I remember him there as well. Of course, we mostly remember him as Junior from the Players Club, where he took Ebony in the room, remember, and beat her up. Y'all remember, has died after complications with meningitis. Said that his mother has now officially announced. Prayers up, right? And rest in peace to him. They said he has been hospitalized for months after his family said that meningitis went undiagnosed for roughly 8 months. My God, that's why it's important to go to the doctor. Get your checkups. Women, men, everyone, okay? Men, get your prostate checked and all of the things are the things. Women, go to the doctor and get your usual routine stuff done so that you will know. That's crazy work for things to be undiagnosed for 8 months, right? That's crazy work. He could still be here to this day. Men don't like to go to the doctor. Women, if you have a man in your life, please make sure they're going to the doctor. Force them. Yes, force. I said force. All right, put it in their spirit that they need to go to the doctor. All right, so they can be here. But he went undiagnosed for roughly 8 months, eventually spreading to his spine and then his brain. Wow. He was then placed on life support and later developed MRSA, pneumonia, kidney failure, and serious neurological complications. So he is no longer with us. And yeah, it's so sad. They said that his wife, Shauna Stewart, said that Monroe remained in a medically induced coma after suffering repeated seizures, continued brain swelling, and undergoing 3 brain surgeries. My God. Said the doctors warned his family that he could remain in a vegetative state, so they probably decided to go ahead and let him go. Because who wants to just lay there with, shit plugged up to you like that? That's not the way to live. But he has been in several movies, as you guys can see. He portrayed... he was a menace to society, Tales from the Hood, Set It Off, Don't Be a Menace to Society, Don't Be a Menace to South Central, I'm sorry, while drinking your juice in the hood, and of course the Players Club. All right, so prayers up for this man. I remember him as being Junior. When I see him, I'll be like, that's Junior. But yeah, prayers up, man, and condolences. Let's move along, get into this turd that I'm about to pull up on my screen. The most unwoke individual ever. Y'all probably know who it is too. Race Batum Tatum, baby. Let's get into his ignorant ass. So he says that talking about not Nolan Wells, but talking about Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. All right. So he said that both of these young men displayed terrible behavior, but only one of them committed a fatal stabbing that carries legal consequences in court. So let's get into what he had to say with his racist ass.
New development to the public, because the defense and prosecution already had this information, but the new development to the public about behaviors and character within Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony, ladies and gentlemen, it is shocking. It is shocking. And it's also slightly disgusting, because both of these young boys seem to be terrible role models and examples of what young men should be. I have never said or did anything overtly racist like Austin Metcalf has done, him and his brother. I've never bullied anybody. And I've never brought...
You just told 2 lies. I just caught you in 2 lies. You never bullied anybody. You bullied Michelle Obama just the other day. And then put your wife up on the screen saying that your wife was much more beautiful than Michelle Obama, and Michelle Obama looked like a man. If that's not bullying, that is bullying a whole woman. Really? You've never been racist? This entire shit that's been going on with this Karmelo, I mean, not the Karmelo, but the Nolan Wells case, that shit has been totally racist. You have attacked that boy's mama who's grieving the loss of her son. You racist bastard. And I got to call you that. Because that's exactly what you are. You have lost yourself and your self-awareness. Let's continue.
Brought a gun to a school like Karmelo Anthony has, and threatened to kill people and all that, shoot up the school and all this old crazy stuff. Both of them.
When did Karmelo do that? You mean Austin Metcalf? That's who threatened. See, you got to get your information correct. When you're putting out false information, if I was Karmelo's family, I would sue the fuck out of you for defamation like y'all trying to do in the Karmelo case. I mean, in the Nolan Wells case. Y'all going after Al Sharpton right now for defamation, and you just sat up here and lied on Karmelo. When did he threaten to take a pow to school and power it up? That definitely was Austin Metcalf.
These boys were terrible. But I will explain to you why only one of them has to be concerned about their behavior when it comes to the court of law, when it comes to a trial, and when it comes to sentencing.
There were chants and cheers outside the Collin County Courthouse this evening when the hearing over whether Karmelo Anthony should get a new trial wrapped up its first day. A day when evidence was presented showing Austin Metcalf's disturbing record of fights, bullying, and racist behavior. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. We did some vandalism. There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school, and in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. He was also kicked out of a football game and texted someone later, "I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids." At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, "behind our bench was talking wild," Austin reportedly replied, "Kill that
To the court of law.
MF." During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024 reveal that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B word and used profanity. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
When I got this information about the way that Austin Metcalf was acting, it is just shameful for Austin Metcalf to be behaving that way. And it speaks to his parenting, that his parents failed him in part by not raising a young man that would not have a history of a crazy, somewhat criminal behavior.
Your parents failed you as well, sir, if I might say so myself.
MF. During the 2023-2024 school year,
That's probably the only thing that I agree with that he's ever said in life is that his parents failed him. They did. They absolutely failed him. But what we're not going to do is compare the two, Austin Metcalf and Karmelo. Their past is definitely not the same, right? Their past is definitely not the same, and y'all can definitely go and look it up. Karmelo did not have half the shit going on that Austin Metcalf had. So it missed me with all of this comparing the two of them. I've been seeing crazy comments. Child MAGA people been hopping in the comments once I posted that Karmelo should get a retrial and they should take it to a higher court and appeal it. Oh my God, here comes all the MAGA hating ass comments. I have had to block so many people in the last few days from all the crazy shit that's been said where people just target my post, child, it's out of the blue, and say some of the craziest, wildest, racist, unimaginable bullshit about this case. Like, oh my God, what do y'all think about it? I think I had something else while we're talking about that. Let me get to it. I got some stuff on Nolan too that I need to talk about. All right, let me get on this Nolan Wells stuff right quick. I thought I had something else with, hold on. No. All right, so let's get into this info that I ran up on Nolan from Want News 24. All right, so I want to share that. Let's get into that. Then we're going to take a look after this at the MO3 case. I'm going to look at that just a little bit because I started following that too. A couple witnesses that spoke out in court about what the actual happenings that day when the pow happened with the MO3 case. So we'll look at that after this. So let's get into this. Shout out to Want News 24. Now they're saying that a new witness claims that she saw an altercation involving Nolan Wells on Horn Island, and now investigators face a critical question: what happened during the final window before Nolan disappeared? So now we heard all of his so-called friends say that there was not an altercation, that Nolan was not involved in the altercation, but now we have a witness coming forward to say that it did involve Nolan. So let's get into it. So a new witness has reportedly come forward saying that she was on Horn Island on July 4th and witnessed an altercation involving Nolan from a nearby boat. She also says that she has already spoken with investigators. Said, but this raises even more questions. It says that Nolan was reportedly seen on the island around 6 p.m. while the boat that he arrived on was said to have left much earlier. It says that at the same time, conflicting accounts described where Nolan was, said who he was with, and whether he intended to leave the island. It goes on to say that then there's the phone. Said that Nolan's phone returned to the mainland, but Nolan did not. Said the questions about missing data and its final activity remain unsolved, or resolved rather, unresolved. An independent review has also identified a significant gap in the timeline between Nolan's last independently corroborated sighting and the reported departure of the boat. Said that no one has been charged, of course, and none of these details prove foul play. They said, but with a new witness, conflicting timelines, unanswered phone evidence, and an autopsy still not publicly released, one question remains. What happened to Nolan's final hour? So this person, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like Nolan was still on the island at 6 o'clock. I feel like he got on the boat, as several people have said that he did. Was I there when it happened? No. But in my opinion, I feel he did get on the boat. And I feel that something happened to him to where it's being covered up. All right. And I stick by that. So shout out to the news portion on that. Okay. New news. Okay. Now news, rather, is what it's called. All right, so let's get into the MO3 case right quick. I ain't gonna stay on that too long because I got some other cases, child. We got some cases today, my God. MO3, there you go. All right, let's get into that. Everybody remembers this happens. This MO3 situation happened in Texas, where the Pow Powmans got out, child, or Pow Powman jumped out of his car, ran up to MO3 and Pow Powed him. And it's so crazy because the person that Pow Powed him was really good friends with him, like some years ago. I'm not sure what they fell out about, but we do have some witnesses that are going to speak on this. Shout out to Nicole Everything for posting it. So they said the testimony began this week in the unaliving for hire trial connected to the 2020 unaliving of Dallas rapper Mo3, Melvin Nobles. Pow Pow down on I-35 in broad daylight, and it was. I saw the video. Kawan White is charged with capital unaliving as the alleged Pow Power. Prosecutors say that he was hired by rival rapper Yella Beezy, as you guys know him to be, which his name is Marquise Conway, over a public escalating feud. Now, as you guys know, Yella Beezy and Mo3 did used to be really close friends. You guys can, there's pictures that I saw out there where the two of them used to hang together, hang at each other's houses. So it was kind of like they were brothers back then. But whatever feud sparked up caused the two of them to have some type of beef, where Yella Beezy put out some type of hit to unalive Mo3, at which the hit was taken out. So rest in peace to him. Now it says that he was hired by Yella Beezy over a public escalating feud, and that a third man, Devin Brown, helped coordinate it and from his car. Said in opening statements, the prosecutor did not mince words. He said that there was a hitman on the highway, as everyone saw. Said that the defense fired back, calling the state's case riddled with speculation. The judge has already ruled that Yella Beezy's own lyrics can be used as evidence against him. And I keep saying that about these rappers who commit crimes and then put the crime in your song as if they don't use it. As if they don't use these rap lyrics as evidence against you. I mean, let's not forget about what's the boy's name that's with Mariah the Scientist. Whenever he was on trial, they also used his shit against him as well. All right, y'all rappers better stop that. It's like y'all be doing testimonies in your lyrics, in your rap lyrics, and they go right there and use it against you. All right. Young Thug. Y'all remember the Young Thug case? They had all those rappers sitting up in there playing Young Thug and all them music and listening to those lyrics. And a lot of those lyrics had a lot to do with the shit that was going on. They talk about it. So it says that a decision that's reignited a debate over rap on trial. Said that White's trial is expected to run 2 weeks. Beezy faces a separate trial later. They says, do you think that an artist's rap lyrics should be allowed as evidence in an unaliving case? I do, when it has something to do with the actual case. So let's get into what this person that testified. She was actually on the highway. She actually saw this interaction that went down, and she was scared for her life. Let's get into it.
I thought it was either a wreck or a blowout. I was trying to ask the person if they were okay. Well, the person was exiting the vehicle. He was getting out and putting the mask over his face. And when I asked if he was okay, that's when they pointed the gun at me. He said, "Get the out of here."
I was in shock. First of all, it was like realizing this is really happening. Like I'm in traffic and there's an ambush on the freeway. I put my car in park and I got down in the bottom of the floorboard and I prayed, because the gunshot became so loud and I could feel like the bullets were coming around me, all around me.
I thought it was either a wreck or a blowout. I was trying to ask the
Bitch, I'm not asking nobody nothing. If I'm on the highway, that's what roadside assistance is for. That's, call the right number. I'm not pulling over for shit because I don't know what's going on. I'm not putting myself in danger, right? You got to be careful nowadays. A lot of times you want to pull over and help people, but it could be your demise as well. You don't know what situation is. Like this situation here, you pulling over to help. This was a full-fledged hit situation going on. Had you got out of your car trying to ask a question, you could have been pow-powed as well. All right? And not to say that you shouldn't help a person, but nowadays, with the way people are so crazy and situations can occur like that, you don't want to put yourself in harm's way trying to help a situation when somebody's life is about to be taken and yours can be taken as well. In this situation, lady, had you got your ass out that car talking about, do you need help? You ain't about to change no tire, right? You see a person jumping out of their car, putting on a mask with a pow, automatic pow in their hand, rushing towards a car. That means some shit about to let off. Black people, if we don't have nothing else, we have senses, right? Birds have better senses than you. When some crazy shit about to go down, birds know to fly the hell up out of there. So black people, we already know when we see something like this and somebody taking off running, bitch, it's time to go. I'm not asking no questions. I'm not pulling over asking you nothing. Had that been me, I'd have went right around that fucking car and hit the gas and got my ass up out of there. Because obviously something's about to pop off. Like, where's y'all sense of awareness? Oh my God. But as you guys can see, the trial is going on. This will be they're saying a 2-week trial. Yellow Beezy has his own trial coming up as well. They probably gonna give him life. All right, because you set it up. The person that set it up is just as guilty as the person that took it, that orchestrated the act. Okay, Yellow Beezy gonna probably get just as much time as the person right here that ran up and pow MO3, and that's just how the shit gonna pop off. All right, y'all ain't had nothing else to do that day. Oh, I did have something. I did have something else for Karmelo. I got my stuff all over the place today. Y'all forgive me. I wanted to play this yesterday, so I went ahead and pulled it for today. We started talking about it yesterday with Nancy Grace and this young man here on my screen from the tow captain, the tow whatever it is, child, in Mississippi. Let's get into what they had to say about this Nolan Wells case. Sorry to have to spin the block, but let's get into it. Shout out to Nancy Grace and Nicole Everything.
Then what happens?
So there were some questions, right? He asked the family if there was anything they needed to know. And I asked a question. And the question I asked was, can you please explain the process on where Nolan's going to go, what's going to happen from there? And he did. He explained that he would be going to the crime lab, I believe it was, on what was going on for further autopsy. Again, and I'm paraphrasing this. And we all understood it. We understood that what was going to happen, where it was going, and what would happen from there. Again, and I have to say this and reiterate this, that the family was in shock. I mean, it's horrible news to receive. I can't imagine it. I'm an empath, and I still can't possibly imagine how it feels to receive that information that your son is no longer, here with the family, no matter what the outcome is. Here's the issue, though, is that we have to be prepared to accept and understand what's told to us as far as results of, the grand jury or whatever it is. I want to make sure that people understand the prayers for peace and comfort are there daily for this family, as well as the nation, because this is a hard time for the nation and Ocean Springs in particular.
What happened then? You asked about the procedure. Let me make sure I understand this. The coroner identified Nolan based on description. Because I've seen a photo, which we have not shown, of Nolan's body where it washed up. Well, I say washed up. That's really a term of art. I don't know that he washed up. I don't know how his body got right there, because it seems to me it was half in the sand and half in the water. Right? So I don't know how it got there.
He was thrown there.
That said, he made this ID based on the description given to him of Nolan, but wasn't the actual ID made from dental records?
So I don't know. I don't know what the actual ID was made from, if it was from dental records or if it was a DNA swab. He did discuss collecting DNA with the mother before we left. I did not witness that.
Were you there when the DNA was collected?
I was not. I don't know how they caught it, how they got it. But it was a discussion. But again, the coroner was confident. His confidence level was high that was Nolan. And I think that's what Ms. Christine wanted to do, or wanted to understand. And the reason being, I think that there's that professional courtesy of, understanding he's the coroner. She is a nurse practitioner, and he wouldn't tell her those things if it was not in his heart.
Y'all see that? So a professional knows whenever you go in. That could be anybody. You don't just say, "Oh yeah, that's Nolan." You have to do the proper channel. You have to go through the proper channels, like taking swabs and dental records and stuff like that. Okay, to make a positive ID of said person. But do I feel like Nolan drowned? I do not. I'm sorry. I feel like his body was placed there, face down. They're saying he was face down whenever they found him, and it did not look like he washed up. And they're saying that the amount of time that the body was was there from the time that it was reported that he was missing and or unalive. It just does not coincide with a drowning, right? His body would have had to soak up a certain amount of type of water or be waterlogged to the point to where it would do that. Plus, they're saying that the direction of the water and the waves and all of that wasn't strong enough to have pushed him, to that actual location. So I feel that he was placed there. Okay, I feel it was some foul play there, but they don't want to say that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, let's move along. All right. Glorilla, I need you to come and get your sister, child, because she is still trolling Clarissa Shields. Let's get into this, child. Brorilla, as what she goes by, goes off on Clarissa Shields for saying that she wants Beyonce to walk her out on her next fight. Said that Beyonce is not walking you out. I don't even know why the F you feel worthy enough to feel like she is. Wow, y'all know they've been beefing for a little while. And Clarissa also said that she was going to beat Brorilla's ass. She was going to go to Memphis and beat her up. All types of crazy stuff. But let's get into these two, because, child.
That what I be saying, fool. The hoe just be saying some slow ass shit like this hoe trying to get my motherfucking icon to walk her out. Bitch, go get Uncle walk it out. Walk it out. Because Beyonce not walking you out, bitch. Don't even piss me off like that. Kevin Gates already pissed me off for being there. Beyonce not walk you out. Matter of fact, get DTB to do it. She'll happily walk you out. She been trying to do it for so motherfucking long. The bitch did some shit for clout, trying to come towards me. Beyonce is not walking you out. I don't know why the fuck you even feel worthy enough to think she is.
You didn't ask me who inspires me?
Who inspires you?
Beyonce.
Okay.
Tell Beyonce before I retire. Where the camera?
Talk to Beyonce. There you go.
Beyonce, listen, baby girl. Before I retire, which is in 8 more years, I'll retire when I'm 38. So it's actually 7 years. Sorry. I need you to walk me out. You pick the song. And you only perform 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever you decide. But before I retire, I need Beyonce to walk out the greatest woman of all time. And that's my only request. I won't ask you for nothing else. I won't even ask you for a picture if that's not what you want. But come walk your... Look, I'm not saying right now. I know I'm A-list, you A-list. But I ain't talking about right now. I'm talking about... Give me about good 3, 4, 5. Even my last fight. Walking me out, and my dreams in boxing would be... They will
complete everything is done at that point.
I don't ever have to walk out again. You didn't ask me who.
Bro, really said,
That's what I be saying, fool. The hoe just be saying some slow ass shit like this hoe trying to get my motherfucking icon to walk her out. Bitch, go get Uncle walk it out. Walk it out. Because Beyonce not walking you out, bitch.
My God.
Don't even piss me off like that. Kevin Gates already pissed me off for being there. Beyonce now.
This thing right here is unstoppable. Y'all hear me? They been beefing. Now we know Clarissa's gonna probably respond, and so it's gonna be a back and forth between the two of them. But let me know what y'all think about it, child, because I don't care no more. All right, so now that we since I done talked about Clarissa, I gotta get into this Remy and Papoose mess, child, because baby, it's a mess. Papoose done pulled a fast one, baby. Let's get into it, honey. So why Papoose done put a lien on Remy Ma's house because she refused to give him any residuals from the songs he said he wrote. Oh, we about to look at it. Child, it's a mess. So I remember I told y'all that Papoose said that he wrote the majority of Remy Ma's songs. Okay. With one of her biggest songs, Conceited. He said he actually wrote Conceited. I'm going to show y'all the messages and all of that. I'm going to break it down, show y'all all the receipts attached to it. But this ninja done went and filed, okay? And it was filed as of September 24th of 2025. I didn't even know that she was out there, right? So this is why they've been going back and forth. Now, my thing is you can take your ass down there and file a lien, but you can't go down there and file and sign them damn divorce papers and move the hell on. The reason why he won't sign the divorce papers, according to him, is because he feels Remy owe him money from songs that he says he wrote for her. Remy has denied that on video, excuse me, in lives, to say that he never wrote her songs, that she wrote her songs, right? So now it's a back and forth of who wrote this and who wrote what. So now what he's doing is putting a lien on the home to keep her, one, from selling the home, and also saying that he is due a certain equity in Remy's home, that her name, the house is only in her name, okay? So Remy is the sole owner of the home. Papoose' name is nowhere on said house, okay? Papoose says that Remy owes him quite a bit of money, like millions. She says she does not, but he did go and put a lien on Remy's house until she pays him for all of his songwriting that he's done for her over the years. My thing is, There's no contract between the two of you guys. There is no amount that if you wrote songs from her, there should have been a contract in place saying, hey, I'm gonna write you this song and this is what you're supposed to pay me. Now that you guys are splitting up, it's like you pulling numbers out of the sky to say she owe you certain millions of dollars, and now she is debunking, saying that you do not. But we're gonna look at the court papers here. Now, Remy can't, if she wants to sell this house, she can't now with the lien on it. But they said that now the judge in the divorce has to decide if Papoose is owed any money for the equity in the home while they're still married. Y'all know they're still married, right? They're separated, but they are still married. So let's take a look at this. And he filed this, as I told you guys. Let's go down so you guys can see the date that he actually filed it. Dated September 24th of 2025. So let's take a look. All right, Dario, Albert, Metz, Conda, Concanyon, and Ortez, okay? Attorney ID, it gives it there. All right, so Willie Shamel Mackey, which is Papoose, which is the plaintiff, versus Reminisce Mackey, which is Remy, which is the defendant. All right, Superior Court of New Jersey, Chancery Division, Family Part, Bergen County. All right, docket number has all of that's a civil action. Notice of lis pendens, okay? I hope I said it right. Said to whom it may concern, notice is hereby given concerning dependency of suit in the Superior Court of New Jersey, Chancery Division, Family Part, in the above captioned matter, the object of what in which is to obtain a judgment of divorce and other auxiliary relief, including but not limited to equitable distribution pursuit, and then it gives the number here. It says that affecting title to the premises located in the county of Bergen, more particularly described on Schedule A, attached hereto and made a part hereof. And then all the attorneys here, the attorney signs off here, Shelley Albert, dated September 24th, prepared by Shelley Albert. So it's looking like he has placed some type of lien or something against Remy's home to prevent her from selling this home, or and he's also seeking, I read, equity. He wants equity in the home, I guess, from the time that he's lived in the home up until probably now, or maybe until their divorce is final. So I guess he said, if she's not going to give me said money that I'm asking for in the divorce for the songwriting, then he is going to ask for it in equity. So this bitch is really, really doing it. And now, let's remind you guys that Remy said during the time he stayed there, he wasn't paying bills, he wasn't helping out, he wasn't doing shit. She was paying the majority of everything while he was stealing her jewelry and running to the pawn shop pawning her shit, and he was also wearing her jewelry. We're going to take a look at all of this here, all right? So, Papoose is saying, they're saying, Papoose, did you write this too? Because it's fire. He says the answer is yes, I did, and I put this on my daughter's life, okay? They're talking about the song Conceited, okay? Y'all see it here. Remember my song Conceited. So this person is asking, did you write this song too? He's saying, yes, I did. All right, the answer is yes, I did, and I put this on my daughter's life, all right? Remy said he didn't write it. He's saying that he did. All right, so let's go ahead and read, because I pulled this from Vibe. Okay, now it says, in response, Papoose did a live stream of his own, leveling accusations of repeated infidelity claims that Remy tried to reunite with him just this week, and that he is the pen behind 90% of her raps. Said that she this is what he's saying, she want to talk all this money talk and all of this, and what I don't got and what I got. Damn, said that since I met her, I have written 90% of her rhymes that came out of her mouth, said the Brooklyn rapper asserted, saying that he still has entire verses that he's written for her saved in his iPhone. He went on to say that I can type any word from one of her songs and her entire rap will come up. He also goes on to say that I never asked for a penny. So why are you asking now? He said, I never asked for credit. She was my wife and I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. So now why double back and now ask for all these millions of dollars that you said you did not want, that you just want to see her win? Pap later doubled down on the claim after a fan asked if he wrote Remy's 2006 hit Conceited, to which he responded, the answer is yes, I did, and I put it on my daughter's life. All right, so let's get into Remy's response. Because she said, he fucking wish he trying to find a way to rightfully get money from me. That's why he hasn't signed the papers, because he wants money. As I told you guys, she said before. She goes on to say that I paid for everything, and I mean everything. She says that Bow was literally with his current come up wearing my jewelry. Damn, Papoose, you wearing Remy jewelry? Said that said that his probably his probably was in the pawn shop again, not again. So he kept running to the pawn shop trying to get money, and he wasn't helping Remy with the bills because she said she was paying for everything. Hashtag no more lies, pawn poos is what she calls him. The shade. All right. So let's continue. According to Vibe, it said that Remy also went live again after Papoose accused her of wanting him back, reading text messages that they exchanged the day before that indicate that they never spoke of rekindling their romance, as Papoose claimed. Now, she also insisted that Papoose has not consistently been around their daughter since last year, because he all up Clarissa's ass. Said she also shared friendly texts that they exchanged while Papoose was in Africa last month, alleging that he told current come-up Clarissa Shields that she couldn't go due to not getting the proper shots when he simply didn't want her there anyway. Damn. Well, everybody know if you go to Africa, you got to get shots, right? All right. Hold up. Was there more? I think it was more. Hold up. I got all this uploaded under the same thing. So what do y'all think, y'all? So they're fighting. I think that was it, though. But that's her response. That's Remy's response. Said that he wished he's never written any of her songs. She said that he is holding out on signing the divorce papers because he feels he's owed money. I don't feel like he wants the fucking divorce. I feel like he's using it as a reason not to sign. That's what I feel, because as you just said, let's go back to what you said. Okay, I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. So now why, when the divorce is filed, you're holding out on signing said divorce by saying you wrote all this stuff and you never wanted nothing back then, but now it's so important to you, you want your money, and you're asking, I think I read somewhere where they said he's asking Remy for $4 million that he's worth. The music that he wrote for her is worth $4 million is what he's asking for, and she's refusing to give it to him. So now he's gone down and filed a lien on her home, as you guys can see here, to prevent her from selling the house. And he's also asking for a certain equity in said home as well. This was dated September 2024. So he been on the fuck shit, right? He's been on it. What y'all think about this? I wouldn't give him shit. That's the same thing Todd was trying to say. Todd said, well, I moved in the house and such date, da-da-da-da-da. So when Candy filed for that divorce, he going to say, well, I want X amount of equity from the date I moved into here because I was paying a light bill. I changed a couple light bulbs. You know, I fixed a doorknob or two. I mopped the kitchen 3 days last week. I, made a broccoli casserole and cleaned up behind myself when I did it. I fried some chicken one day. I vacuumed the living room every other Tuesday last month. And he just had a list of shit as to why he felt that he was entitled to some equity in this lady's house. Mind you, Remy purchased the house solely, with her own money. Which, they're married, so it's joint. But anyway, she purchased the house on her own without him even being on the house, without his credit, nothing. He ain't paid not one house payment according to her. He paid for shit. But now he wants to spin the block because he feel like he's about to lose this marriage with nothing, and she's kind of, gaining momentum in her career. She just started her own, website and all these other things. She's doing well. She's touring. She's making more music now. And he's sitting back watching that shit, and he's saying, yeah, well, I'm not going to sign the divorce until you give me $4 million. And Remy said, fuck out of here. So what y'all think? Yeah, he just making up shit. Todd did the same thing with Candy. And Candy was like, bitch, I bought this house before I even knew you. So how you think you gonna come here and get some equity out of a home you never paid a mortgage payment for? Like, get out of here. You supposed to pay lights and all of that. You live here, right? You live here, so you should do that. But what y'all think about that move that Papoose has gone out here and made with putting a lien on Remy Ma's house until she gives him the $4 million that he's asking for? Bitch, I wouldn't give him nothing. All right, so my moms are telling me that we do need a jam session. We're going to go ahead and pull up the next topic, and then we'll do a quick jam session, all right? Please, let's go ahead and tap on that like, honey. Baby, he's being out here doing the absolute most. Oh, it is something else that I pulled before I put her up. Let's stop sharing. Let me go back. Because it was something else, like some legal stuff that I pulled up that I wanted to. Okay. And this is something with Nene too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up, and then we'll do the jam session, because it was something that I put up, something legal in terms of how that works with a person getting equity and if he'll be able to get equity. I looked into it to see if Papoose can come up on it. He probably been talking to his lawyers, and they probably been advising him that he can do that. So that's probably why he filed it. But let's go ahead and do the jam session right quick. Then we're gonna spin the block to do that next part. All right, because baby, I gotta get out of here. All right, so let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Please, please, please tap on the like. Please tap on the like. All right. Tap, tap, tap. I think y'all know by now if you're gonna hit the like button or not, right? We ain't gotta play no whole song. But let's get back on this right quick because thank you so much. Let's acknowledge this super chat right quick. Let me get back. Thank you so much for supporting the platform. $5. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene Chestnut, for the $5 super sticker. All right, we love you down. Thank you for supporting the platform. All right, so let's get back into this. So I went on Google and I asked the question: can a spouse receive any equity in a home that the other spouse purchased solely in their own name, and the other spouse had absolutely nothing to do with it? Their name is not on it. So it said, yes, a spouse can claim and receive a share of the home equity in a divorce, even if the house is in the wife's name only. So he might find a loophole here. He been talking to somebody. Okay. So it said that when the house is marital property, timing matters. If the wife bought the house during the marriage, the law usually considers it marital property, no matter whose name is on the deed or mortgage. So women, all right, take note. If you're trying to get with somebody, you better get all your shit before you get with them. All right, so equitable distribution. It said in states like Georgia, which I think is where she lives. Or no, she lives in North Carolina. I think Remy lives in North Carolina. Says, and her house is in New Jersey, though. Because she has a house in New Jersey. I think it is. Yeah, in New Jersey. That house is in New Jersey. And then there's another house in, I think, North Carolina. But anyway, so it says, in states like Georgia, courts divide marital property fairly, though not always a strict 50-50 split. Now, the untitled spouse has a valid legal right to request a portion of the equity built up during that time. Wow. So if the house is purchased during the marriage, that spouse can go and ask for equity that was built up during that time, from the time of the purchase all the way up until that time, right? Damn. So it said that contributions of funds, said if joint marital funds such as the husband's income, a joint bank account, or both salaries help pay the down payment, mortgage, or home repairs, the equity clearly counts as a shared asset. Did y'all know that? Holy crap. All right, so it said that when the house might be separate property. So let's get into that. Said it bought before the marriage. If the wife owned and fully paid for the house before getting married, it generally remains her separate property. Okay. Inheritance or special gift. It said that if she received the home as an individual inheritance or a gift explicitly given to only her during the marriage, it is usually separate property. Okay. So the commingling exception is even if a home was separate property before the marriage, that the other spouse can still gain a claim to equity if marital funds or joint labor and renovations were used to pay down the mortgage or increase the home's value. Child, see, that's it, man. You gotta do your homework out here, honey. Don't be jumping in stuff with folk and say, oh yeah, let's get this together. And then when y'all asses break up, they try to take it all. Now, y'all know Remy and Pap, they were married, of course, without a prenup. So that's going to be another stumbling block. And of course, Remy, you can file for child support if that's what you feel you need to do, because y'all do share a daughter together, as well as probably your stolen assets, jewelry and all of that, depending on how much they cost. You can also ask for that, because she said that he pawned some of her stuff and never got it out of the pawn shop, so she had to take a L on that one. They said it to help me give you more specific details. Please share. We don't care about that. Said it. When was the house purchased? So we don't care because that doesn't apply to us. But what do you guys think about that? All right. In the event that you meet someone and you get married and y'all purchase a house together, just know if y'all break up, that spouse can go all the way back to the date of purchase of that home and get equity, and y'all will have to split it. But if it was something that was gifted to you, say a person in your family died, a parent died, and they gave you a home, that will primarily be yours, all right? That spouse can't touch it. Or if you purchased prior to marriage, okay, and put it in like a business. So you got to be smart. Put that shit in like a business or something, all right? Away from to where that person can't go and be trying to, like Papoose is doing. He playing dirty. But do I feel like he should get any equity? Bitch, if you ain't paying nothing in the house and she paid it all and you was stealing her shit and you were cheating and doing all, probably not, okay? Probably not. But let's continue on, honey. Y'all put in there what y'all think. We almost to the end. All right? Y'all put in there. Great topics, great topics. Y'all sound off because I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say. All right, let's get into Karlissa. I do not agree with what she had to say here. They're saying that Blueface's newest baby mother, Nevaeh, is dealing with postpartum depression. And Karlissa took her backwards lace front wearing wig ass up over there talking about she just gonna bombard her way up in the house and go and help take care of the baby without Blueface or Nevaeh asking her ass to come up over there. So Blueface has sent his mama home, and he has now, from what I've seen, hired a nanny. Okay, thank the Lord, because you don't just bombard your way up in somebody's house. All right. So I don't think Nevaeh wanted her there anyway, because she don't get along with her like that. But Karlissa says that Nevaeh needs to go home to her mama if she's battling postpartum, because Blueface is going to keep cussing her out. See, this is the nigga you raised. This is the person that you raised to be disrespectful to women, including you, Karlissa. He don't respect you either. Hence the reason he told you to grab your shit and get the hell out of his house. No, you're not staying here for no few days or months while she is dealing with no damn postpartum. He hired a nanny. All right. So it says that Karlissa says that if Nevaeh is struggling postpartum, she need to pack it up and go stay with her mama, because Blueface is not going to suddenly change how he talks to her. Now, according to Karlissa, staying in that environment while constantly getting cussed out is not helping the situation. While I agree with that, it's not your business. Nevaeh is a grown-ass woman with 2 kids. This is a situation she decided to get in with Blueface. Blueface is a grown-ass man with several kids and situationships and situations. And Nevaeh has to learn to put one foot in front of the other and love herself. She has a mother, okay, who's been to that house several times. If she needs help, I'm pretty sure she can call her mom, right? But postpartum is nothing to play with, because a lot of mothers wind up unaliving their kids depending on how bad postpartum is. But she does need some type of help, but it's not your place, Karlissa, to bombard your way in their business. So let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to All About the Tea.
Still postpartum, he need to ask her, are you feeling depressed or postpartum? She was already feeling that before because she was an addict. So what he needs to do is go on over there and have a heart-to-heart with her and ask her, because he been talking to her like this before she had the baby, during the baby, while he was in jail. He ain't not talk like this his whole time. So she knew what she was getting into too. So now if she got the postpartum, if she done caught the postpartum, if y'all done gave her the postpartum, y'all need to tell her it's time to go to your mom's house for like 4 weeks and take a rest. So that you could be the best mom you could be for both the kids. But you can't, if Jonathan is causing you postpartum and you not grown woman enough for your kids to get up and leave and go to spend some time with your mama and your daddy, them people that say they love you so much and they want to help you, you need to go on over there. Real postpartum, he need to ask her, do you
guys agree with what she's saying? Now, do I feel that Nevaeh does need to get out of that toxic situation with Blueface and solely focus on her baby so she can get some rest or whatever the case may be? Like, you don't got to ask him for shit now. You got a baby. You go through the court system if that's what you feel you need to do, if he won't do it willfully. I'm hearing that he was giving Nevaeh like $10,000 or something like that a month as like a salary for her to like handle her business or whatever, kind of like a stipend or whatever. Now, like I said, he's also hired a nanny to help her around the house with the baby and all of that, because she's feeling overwhelmed, and it can be a new mother. Blueface needs to, calm it down and be there and help her with that baby. I think it's more so of him being online and streaming, showing the baby, because that's giving him money. That's making him money to put the baby's face up to the screen and put the baby up against his face. I don't believe that baby had a great hour of sleep since he's been home from the hospital. Every time we see them, they're holding this baby. He's got the baby up like he's baby Jesus or baby Simba child from the damn Lion King. Every time they go live, every time he's streaming, they got the baby up, the baby up, the baby. I'm like, go lay the baby down, child. Lay the baby down and let the baby rest. I don't think that baby's had not one good nap since it's been home from the hospital with all the screaming, with Nevaeh screaming at her child, calling her child a bitch. I said, wait, we talking to 4-year-olds like that now? With her fussing and cussing at Blueface, and then I saw where Blueface had 2 girls up in the house. Like, it's too much chaos. It's too. I don't know how anybody rests in that house, let alone the baby. But it's too much. It's like a circus in that damn house, and it's all for streams and videos and money. And something needs to be done. But Karlissa, you need to mind your fucking business and go home to your husband and let Nevaeh and Blueface figure it out. If she ain't trying to pack up her shit and leave as a grown adult, then that has nothing to do with you. Obviously, she loves that treatment, or maybe it's the money. $10,000. She probably never saw that type of money ever in her life. And I hear he found her at a homeless shelter or something. I'm like, what? So maybe she's feeling like, okay, I got to deal with this verbal abuse from him so I can keep getting this $10K a month. But damn, ain't nobody that desperate. Or maybe they are. Let's move along, child. Let's move along. And then I saw the video too where Crazy Krishan was saying once it was said that Blueface was giving Nevaeh $10,000 a month. Krishan was like, I didn't get no help. I took care of my baby on my own. Well, you maybe financially, yeah, but you still ain't doing what you're supposed to do as a mother, so shut your ass all the way up, because you're not doing, you can't speak on nothing. At least Nevaeh is doing what she needs to do for her baby. You not so much. You out still fighting like a wild ass alley cat in the streets, while Junior is folded up like a damn pretzel in a baby stroller somewhere, while your ass is out acting a fool. All right, we done saw Junior in that fucking stroller by some trash cans. I saw you done left him on the beach. You done had him in a smoker's lounge. You done had that baby every damn where. Now, I can't say the same for Nevaeh, but what I can say, Krishan, you don't need to speak up in anybody's parenting to judge nobody, baby, because you are not a great parent. All right, and I just got to say that. I had to say that. You cannot judge Nevaeh on her parenting at all. All right, but let's get into this. Real Housewives of Atlanta peaches are being talked about on Carlos King's show. Carlos King believes that there is no hope of reconciliation for Porsha Williams and Shamea on their friendship. I agree. The two of them are probably never going to be friends ever again. Shamea kind of went a little too far with the shit she was saying with Porsha's mom. Porsha loves her mom. Why? Because they both think the same. And they both were thought monsters at some point in time. Porsha, you still got the spirit of thought monster upon you. But let's get into what they had to say.
And I'm sad to even say this.
Shout out to Housewives from a Housewife.
Because I know those girls. Shamea and Porsha will never be friends. They will never be friends. When Porsha said, like Dustin said earlier, I saw her endearing eyes, and I saw that there was something I at least appreciated, this is my opinion, that Porsha clocked it because all 4 of us did. And remember, from the top of this season, all 4 of us said, we kind of see Shamea looking at Porsha in a way where she misses her. Yeah. And we all, I think, well, I'll speak for me. I thought Porsha never saw the look because she gave it nothing, no shade. But when she said she saw it, in her mind, she was like, maybe we can get to that. I think based on what I saw, they will never be friends. To me, I don't even think, guys, on some real shit, they will be cordial. And I'm sad to even say this because I know those girls.
I mean, that's just the way the ball falls. When you say things about people's family and you be disrespectful, sometimes you outgrow people. I said it the other day. It doesn't mean that you're going to be friends for life. I mean, y'all did have a 20-year friendship. We did see where Shamea, when she was asked on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where he asked her, what 3 things do you miss with Porsha? She says she does miss the friendship. She misses being able to call her when she's going through things and Porsha being able to talk to her. She misses them laughing up and cracking up at jokes and things that they've maybe seen or went through. She misses Porsha's advice, and she misses being around her. So she does miss her. And what Carlos was saying is that you know, Shamil has this endearing look in her eyes whenever she looks at Portia, like, okay, can we fix this? Like, you keep, and she's even said it, Shamil's even said it, like, Portia's forgiving everybody around me, but she won't forgive me. So it's something that's deeper. It's something deeper there that Portia is holding on to. She just does not have the spirit of forgiveness right now. Maybe maybe down the line she might, but right now she's not fooling with Shamil, and you can tell Shamil really does miss her. When Shamil got up to hug all the girls on the other couch, I mean, you could tell she wanted to make a beeline over there and hug Portia, but Portia had that bitch, don't you bring your ass over here look on her face, and Shamil went and sat her ass down. And just the arguing back and forth, you can see the tension between the two of them when Portia told Shamil, like, bitch, don't make me tell this that I know about you. Like, it's really gone there, right? A person that you used to protect back in the day, now it's like all bets are off. Like, don't make me air you out and tell your shit. When it gets to that point, it's time to move on. There's nothing there anymore when a person goes that far below the belt to want to tell personal things about you that they know. And Portia, she's at that point now. So Shamil, it's just time to move on, baby. Find some new friends. Leave Portia alone. When she's ready to come around, she will. And don't wait up for her, right? That's just how it is. Don't kiss her ass. That's what she wants you to do. Portia wants you to kiss her ass and keep sitting there with those endearing eyes like, please forgive me, let's be friends. Bitch, no. Who are you? I'm not kissing nobody's ass like that. But what do y'all think? Let me know. Let's move along. All right. I had another thing I wanted to show you guys. We talked about the Texas Roadhouse situation. Let's get into the update on that. Okay. Now, I told y'all it was a Facebook chat where they had over 400,000 members, okay, of people in this Texas Roadhouse chat where they were talking about spitting in black people's food. I told y'all don't eat there at Texas Roadhouse and don't eat at Logan's Steakhouse, okay, because they also have some racist shit going on. And also don't eat at Cracker Barrel. Those are the 3 restaurants that black people, y'all should never have y'all asses up in there. Do not spend your hard-earned money in those 3 restaurants. I'll name them again. Texas Roadhouse, Logan's Steakhouse, and Cracker Barrel. Don't have y'all asses in there because they don't like black people. I already told y'all. I read up where they said Cracker Barrel, when they see black people come in their doors, they send a certain code to the kitchen to let them know that a black customer has come in. So you probably got some shit going on with your food. Now, we've already talked about and established that this particular woman here on my screen, Nancy Smith, who made the post originally saying that black people, when they come into the restaurant, that the rolls and their foods are being spit, the food is being spit in, and that their buttered rolls, whenever there are blind spots in the kitchen at Texas Roadhouse, that people are licking on the rolls and taking them out and serving them to black customers. Y'all remember we talked about that? Right? Spitting in your drink when they make you drink. Stuff like that. Stay away from these establishments because they don't like you. They don't want your business. Okay? They don't care how well you tip. They don't care how many of you guys come in and order and even get dessert at the end of your meal. They don't give a fuck. They probably licked your fucking cheesecake before they brought it out. Stop patronizing these businesses. Okay? Save your money. And I know a lot of times they say, well, we don't want to support black businesses because they always overcharge us. Yeah, they do. Black people, you got to stop doing that shit. If you want black people to come and patronize your business and spend money with you, stop overcharging. Okay? Stop it. $23 for a damn chicken plate is excessive. Now, damn it. But let's get into this. The lady Nancy Smith, why don't we call her no lady? The bitch. Bitch is a better word. All right, this bitch, Nancy Smith, made this long post on a Facebook account, okay, that talked about Texas Roadhouse and exposed the fact that people's food's been spit in, black people to be exact. So she has now deactivated her account because this situation has gone viral. Several content creators have talked about it. This situation is out there. I talked about it. I'm going to keep talking about it to expose this bullshit. So Nancy Smith, okay, has deactivated her account and after claims of 400K members with saliva in the food at Texas Roadhouse. So they've taken that down and they've taken comments down because now they're being looked into. But the good thing about that is screenshots. You can't take screenshots down because, bitch, I have them, right? And y'all asses need to be motherfucking sued for every plate you spit in, every cup, every drink, every roll that you lick. Y'all asses need to be fucking arrested because that's the nastiest shit. Aside from spitting in somebody's food and spitting on a person, baby, that would give you a well-whooped ass with me. Don't ever spit on me or in my fucking food. That will send me so far to oblivion, baby. There's no coming back from that. But black people, I'm gonna name the restaurants once again, cause y'all see, that's how you know when you wrong, when you say some shit out of line and out of pocket like that, then you gotta go back and deactivate and take shit down. That's when you know you've gone too far. But Nancy Smith, we're gonna put your picture up here now, bitch, okay? We're gonna put your picture up there now. You now deactivated your account and you claim, okay, after the claims of 400K members that also corroborated your bullshit of saying y'all spit in black people food at Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse, y'all will never get my money. Logan's Steakhouse, you will never get my money. And Cracker Barrel, fuck out of here, okay? Cracker Barrel tried to change their logo at one point too, because they were saying that it looked too racist, like some type of slave something in their logo. They tried to change it and they changed the shit back. But anyway, I'm still not gonna eat that. I don't give a hot damn how great the fried chicken is. I don't care how great the damn pancakes are. I told y'all my husband and I, and my son, when we used to eat there, my husband loved their fried chicken and their pancakes. My husband said, fuck them pancakes. When I told him the other day about Cracker Barrel and their racist shit, he said, fuck them pancakes. He said, I don't care if I ever eat there again. And I feel the very same way. So black people, stay the fuck away from Texas Roadhouse. Stay the hell away from Logan's Steakhouse. And stay all the way the fuck away from Cracker Barrel. All right? Moving right along. Let's get into this last topic. And then we got to go, honey. All right? Because I've been on here way too long. All right, so let's get into this Nene Leakes video that I saw. I scrolled and I saw this where Nene broke down and cried about her exit from Real Housewives of Atlanta. You guys remember when that happened? Shout out to Jasmine Smith. That's where I saw it. And then I'm going to pull up, y'all know when Nene sued Bravo because she said there was some type of racial stuff going on and bullying and all of that going on. She wound up leaving the show, okay? But she did not go through with her lawsuit, and I'm going to show y'all that. Because a lot of people saying, oh, Nene came up good, honey. She got millions from Bravo and NBC Universal. No, she did not. And we're going to show y'all that here in a second. So I'm going to play for you guys because she was talking to Tamron Hall. Okay, said that remember 5 years ago when Nene was on the Tamron Hall show crying real tears, said that I can literally feel that it was she said I can literally feel it wasn't acting, and said it fast forward to her return to I guess Real Housewives of Atlanta. Said that she was excited, but Nene said she did not want to come back to the show in this video. But then she's made several videos after that, most recently after the lawsuit was dropped, as to say that she would love to come back, that she misses the show, and if the money is right, she would love to come back on the show. So let's get back to it. I feel she was mad at the time when she said this, but let's go.
Remember, no one knew you until you knew me.
Sitting down for her very first interview since walking away from the Housewives franchise, Nene Leakes. Nene, you didn't know I could see you in the commercial break. You've been crying this entire break.
Sometimes when people are watching these shows, you only see what's happening on the surface and not everything that's happening behind the scenes.
You even tweeted out, the systemic racism is greater than you will ever know. Send me your best discrimination attorney information.
I hope that we don't have to go to that extent. I'm hoping that there will be some sort of sit down, something that we can work out behind the scenes.
You want to meet potentially with the folks over at Bravo behind the scenes, that you think that something can be worked out. These allegations are, again, very serious. Discrimination, bullying. What is there to be worked out? Do you want to be back on the show?
No, I do not.
No, I do not. No, I do not.
Respect is respect. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, because I forgot. You want me to tell you one more time?
They are crazy for this. This is the face for me. I can't. So y'all see Nene said she did not want to be back on the show. This was during the time she was mad 5 years ago when she launched this lawsuit, okay? So now I got to pull up the lawsuit so y'all can see along with me of not the lawsuit, but actually what happened, all right? So I pulled it up in terms of what they're saying this whole lawsuit thing was about. For those of you that don't know, let's go ahead and get y'all well versed on why she said she filed this damn lawsuit, okay? So now, they're saying, did Nene actually settle her lawsuit with like NBC Universal, Bravo. So they said that no, Nene Leakes did not settle her discrimination lawsuit out of court. Instead, she chose to dismiss the case entirely. Hence the reason why she's able to be on Bravo's platforms again. I don't feel like NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, or Bravo would have allowed Nene to even step foot close to their platform again or welcome her back had she gone through with this lawsuit, right? Because she was saying that Andy was racist, and I kept saying, damn, Nene. Now, not to say that if Andy was being racist that you shouldn't have sued his ass or whatever, because that's what you feel you need to do. But I was like, you and Andy were like this. Like, Andy was your boss. Andy's the one who helped your career kind of go where it went. Shit, I can't even talk today. But and so the fact that you would turn and say that he would be involved in that lawsuit and you guys fell out like for a long time, Andy would not speak to her. Andy want to look at her and don't even mention her in the interview. He'd be like, yeah, moving on, right? When it came to that. So they said in August of 2022, Leakes filed legal documents to stop her racial discrimination lawsuit against Bravo, Andy Cohen, NBC Universal, and the production company. She was suing every damn body, right? So it goes on to say dismissal type. They said that the case was dismissed without prejudice, meaning that that she dropped the claims at that time, but she kept the legal option to refile the lawsuit in the future, meaning fuck up again and I'm be back in here suing your asses again. That's what that means. Okay, that means I ain't gonna go with you right now, but you do the same shit again and I'm right back down to the courthouse on your ass. All right, so this says that financial terms means that the court documents showed that all parties agreed that no one would seek the recovery of legal costs or attorney's fees, and no financial settlement was publicly announced or a part of the dismissal. So nobody got no money, nobody sued nobody. The shit was dismissed and let go with prejudice, meaning she can come back and sue again, okay, if it was something that she felt she needed to do. So hence the reason why we're able to see Nene on shows like Ultimate Girls Trip, which is owned by Bravo, okay? And there are rumors that she may be making some appearances back on Real Housewives of Atlanta again. Andy has said that he does miss her and that he would love to have her back on the platform again. So it looks like they have mended fences, and I hope they have, because Nene is missed on our TV. Y'all let me know. Y'all miss Nene on TV? Let me know. That's our last topic, though, and I gotta go. All right, thank y'all so much for supporting the platform. Again, thank you, Miss Darlene Chestnut, for the $5 super sticker today, ma'am. Damn. And thank you so much to everyone else for every like that you gave in this video, for every comment. Thank you guys for also checking out Rails World, which is the backup channel, because I know some of you guys watch them over there as well. Thank you guys for all of the support for the platform. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of my top flight mods, Rose Armstead, Truth to Be Podcast, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all for modding and doing an awesome job. Thank you to all of the content creators that joined this live as well. Thank you to all of my Karmelians as well. All right, haters, I guess. I don't know, because you're here anyway. You're going to be here. Where else would you be? Shit. All right, love y'all down. I got to get out of here. Please like this video, hype up this video, subscribe to the channel, all right? Check us out on all publications on the Caramel Rail. Backup channel is Rails World. I will see you guys on the next one. Please subscribe and cut your notifications on so you guys will know when we go live. I'll see you guys again for Midday Pop-In, okay? Until the next one, bye!
girl, Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button dope. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramelian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell lies. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I ain't amplify. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel.